are trying happy hour yoga. It's been foggy and pretty miserable all day, and finally got nice, but it's a little breezy, so we'll see if this will work. And if it doesn't, I'll just re-record it. So we'll start with the legs stretching out. Let's open up the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, all the way forward. So we're just stretching out the inner thighs. And from here, let's walk off to your right foot. Back to center, off to your left. Back to center. Let's inhale, come all the way up. Let's bring the legs together. Inhale up, exhale forward. Stretch out the hamstrings. And again, inhale all the way up. Exhale forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale forward. And let's slide up. Let's do a quick couple of hip openers here. We'll be doing a few more too. From here, let's bring the legs into a cross-leg position. Walk the hands forward, just walking out. Inhale, slide up. Let's change the legs and walk forward again. And let's slide up. So today we're going to do, among other things, kind of a preview if you're coming to my Zoom yoga class, which will start May 22nd, this Friday, 10:30 Pacific time. And I'm also going to introduce a new pose today, which I think you'll like. So today you're going to want, I would say either or a blanket or towel, whatever, or a block, Kleenex box. And we're going to use a couple of those, mostly just kind of for balance. So from here, let's bring the feet together, pull it forward into a squat, and stand right up into standing forward fold. And if you're not already there, walk to the front of your mat. And inhale up to a flat back, exhale down. Let's plant the hands and step back into downward facing dog. So push the hips way back. And come forward into plank. Body's one straight line. Lower down to chaturanga. Pull it right up into up dog. Hook the toes and come back into down dog. Let's do that again. Forward into plank, down to chaturanga, up into up dog. It's like we have a seagull nearby. And tuck the toes back into down dog. And let's raise the right leg up and bring the right knee forward. Bring the knee to your nose, send it back. And bring the knee forward again, this time to your right tricep. Send it back. And here's our big hip opener. Knee to right tricep again, lower down. Your knee will be off the mat. Lower the hips down, the chest down, everything down. And on the inhale, stretch up the arms, bring it into tipsy frog. So this is a nice hip opener. You should be feeling it in both hips, actually. And come all the way down. Tuck the toe, lift the leg back up into your three-legged down dog. And bring your knee forward again. This time plant the foot in between your hands. We're going to drop the left knee, flip the left foot, sweep the arms up, and let the hips fall forward. To Anjaneyasana. Let's bring the hands down to the mat. Straighten out your right leg, and bring your nose to your right kneecap. Option here to walk all the way back. Hips will come on your left heel, or this is where you can put a block or blanket underneath your right hip if you want. Walk the hands forward and bring your nose to your right knee. Slide back up, lift up the hips, walk the hands forward, And tuck the left toe, lift the knee off the ground, send the right leg back into down dog. Let's come forward into plank again, going through our vinyasa. Lower down to chaturanga, up into up dog. Flip the toes, back into down dog. And left leg comes all the way up. Left knee to your nose, send it back. And knee comes over to your left tricep, send it back. And knee comes to the left tricep again, lower it down, coming into tipsy frog on this side. So first come all the way down. And then stretch out the arms. And you should be feeling a good stretch in both hips, especially your right leg. Tuck the right toe, lift the knee off the ground, send the left leg back. And knee comes forward again, place the foot in between your hands, drop the right knee, flip the right foot. And we're going to sweep the arms all the way up. And let the hips really sink in forward. Keep feeling some nice stretches. Leg in through here. And bring your hands down to the mat. Straighten out your left leg. Nose comes to your left knee. And again, option to walk all the way back, sitting on your right heel, and slide forward. Bring your nose to your left. Slide up, lift up the hips, walk the hands forward, tuck the right toe, lift the knee off the ground, send the left leg back into downward facing dog. Let's hop or walk into standing forward fold. Sweep the arms up, bring the hips down, coming right into chair, Utkatasana. Inhale all the way up, pull up, swan dive out, exhale down. So this is where you might want to put something in front, like a block or your blanket, either or both. You can decide which one you want to use. And inhale up to a flat back, exhale down. Let's hop or walk back into plank. Lower down to chaturanga, up into up dog. Flip the toes, back into down dog. And let's come back into plank. From plank, bring your left hand to the center. Release the right arm up, coming into side plank, Vasisthasana. So easier version, you could be on the ground. Harder version, top leg can be up. And arm comes down, your right foot comes all the way forward into a lunge. Let's release up into a high lunge. Stretch up the arms, sink into it. So we're on our back toes. And let's bring the hands down to heart center. Coming lower and lower. Sink in a little bit more. Maybe stretch out that left leg behind you and twist off to your right. Tuck the elbow over the knee. Maybe open up the arms here. Drop the hips. Then maybe your top arm comes over behind you. Maybe meets up with the left hand underneath, pointed up. If you can get there, it's a really nice stretch. You'll feel in your right glute. Let's release both hands back to the mat and step back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank, down to chaturanga, up into up dog. Tuck the toes, back into down dog. And let's bring it back to plank. Bring your right hand to the center and release the left arm up. So again, options, right knee down. Notice in this position, my foot comes off the back of the mat or side of the mat like a kickstand of a bicycle. Otherwise, leg sits back, our top leg can be up. Arm comes down, left foot comes all the way forward, up into a lunge, and reach all the way up into our high lunge. Stretching out that right leg behind you. Getting a good stretch there. And then bring your hands to heart center and come lower and lower. Sink into it. Again, maybe slide that right foot out behind you. This time twist off to your left. Tuck the elbow. Sink in the hips a little more. Maybe open up the arms. Maybe left arm comes over behind you. Keep it up with the right hand underneath. Let's drop the hands back to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. And come forward into plank. Lower down to chaturanga, up into up dog. Flip the toes, back into down dog. And let's raise the right leg up. Right foot will come forward in between your hands. And left foot is going to plant flat on the ground. And bring it up and into warrior one. Taking a breath here, settling in. And inhale up. Forward, flip the right palm up. And left hand to the side down the back of your leg. Back into warrior two. So here's our fun one for the day. It's called floating half moon. So from warrior two, shift your weight to your right foot, keep the arms parallel to the floor, and let your left leg straight up behind you, and get as parallel as you can to your mat. And you can bend that hip down into regular half moon or Shavasana, arms straight up, pointing up side. Release both hands, both feet down into Shavasana, standing forward. And go up to the flat back. Exhale down. Let's hop or walk back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga, sweep up, up dog. Toes back into down dog. And we're going to try the other side. So let's raise the left leg up. Left foot comes forward, in between your hands. Right foot plants. And bring it up. Warrior one, Shavasana Eka. Inhale up, exhale into warrior two. Reach forward. Flip the left palm up, the right hand slides down the back of your leg. And inhale up, back, into warrior two. So warrior two, shoulders are back, palms are down. And let's try our floating half moon again. So shift your weight this time to your left foot. Arms are still parallel. Shift your weight to the left foot, raise the right leg. I don't know what's going on over there. And let's try dipping down. Left hand comes down to the mat, right arm up into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Let's release down into standing forward fold. Walk your hands off to your right foot for a nice stretch, back to center, and off to your left. And back to center. Let's reverse swan dive, come all the way back up, and step with your right foot back, or whichever foot works for you so that you're seeing your screen. And with your feet pointing off towards the edges of your mat, reach the arms all the way up into a great big X. Inhale up, and exhale down. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, stretch through here, stretch through the groin. Inhale up, And exhale down, coming into moonflowers. Let's come up onto your tippy toes. And shrug the waist. Plant your hands on the thighs. Let's come down a little bit lower, get a nice stretch. And then drop the heels, bring it all the way down into a prayer squat. So you can bring your hands into Namaste here and dig your elbows into the inside of your knees for a little more stability. We'll enjoy our nice little groin stretch for a breath or two. And then plant the hands, hop the feet in into a nice froggy squat pose. Let's just squat down a little more, bend the elbows, crunch down. Feel that stretch through the legs. And coming from here into Bakasana, crane. Let's lift up the hips, shift your weight forward, clamp your knees onto your triceps, and look forward. See if the feet maybe want to come off the ground, maybe one at a time, maybe two, maybe both. Maybe you go back and forth, play around with that. And as always, if you're in the front of your mat, which is where you want to be, or where you should be, let's move to the front if you're not there. And if you're looking a little bit in front of you, you can maybe jump back into plank. Otherwise, walk back, lower down to chaturanga, pull it up into up dog. Flip the toes and bring it back into down dog. Push back and get a great big stretch to those hamstrings. Let's just walk our hands all the way back into standing forward fold. Hang here for a little bit, get a good stretch. Walk your hands off to your right, back to center, off to your left. Back to center. Let's walk the hands back out into downward facing dog. Push the hips back. Drop down to the knees and push back into child's pose. Stretch back. From here, walk your hands off the mat to your right. Push the hips off to your left. Hands back to center, hips back to center. Hands off to your left, push the hips off to your right. And hands back to center, hips back to center. Let's tuck the toes, pull the hips up and back into downward facing dog. And coming forward into plank. Lower on down, sweep it on up. Tuck the toes, back into down dog. And let's raise the right leg up. Bring the right foot forward, place it in between your hands. And left foot is going to plant flat in the ground. Coming up into warrior one. So we're going to come into humble warrior from here, which is some really nice stretches. Sweep the arms behind you. Pull the arms away from you. Make sure your cat is not ruining your mat. And then we're just going to bring the chest down. First, so the chest is lying on top of your thigh, and then maybe even below it. Let the head hang down. Reach the arms up. And release. Let's come back up into warrior one. Oh, the joys of working out with your animals. Shift your weight to your right foot. And let your left leg float up behind you into warrior three. Let's come all the way up. Shift your weight to your left foot. And bring the right foot up into tree, Vrikshasana. So the knee is pointing off to the side, arms are reaching straight up. Stretching up through the spine. And maybe you want to try bringing it into tree and half lotus. So you just reach down, find that foot, and just pull it up. Press the thigh down. Back up into tree. Let's release the leg, bring it back into warrior one. Inhale up, sweep the arms all the way down. Step back into downward facing dog. And come forward into plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Up into up dog. Flip the toes, back into down dog. And when you're done getting your nice hamstring stretch, let's raise the left leg up. Bring the left foot forward, placing it between your hands. Right foot plants flat on the ground. Up into warrior one. Sweep the arms behind you. Clasp the hands, pull the arms away from you. And again, we're coming into humble warrior. So hinge from the waist, chest comes down. Maybe you can even get a deeper stretch, deeper stance. Chest, bring the chest down onto your left thigh. Bring the arms up, bring the head lower. Maybe even below that left thigh. Reach the arms up. Nice stretch all the way around. Just release. Come back up. Warrior one. You need to shorten your stance a little bit. And then shift your weight to your left foot. Right leg is going to come up behind you. And to warrior three. Come all the way up. Shift your weight to your right foot. And left foot is going to come up into tree. So I'm going to turn and face you, mirror you, so you can see what this looks like from straight on. So we're in our tree. Back so I'm not cutting my head off. And once you've settled down, bring the arms down. Just pull the foot up, press it into the thigh, and push the thigh down. So this is basically a precursor to stork, which we've done many times before. Stretch all the way up. And when you're done, release the foot down to the ground. Let's open up the feet to about hip distance apart. Pull up, exhale to your right into windshield wipers. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Back up at the front of your mat, inhale up, swan dive out, exhale down. Inhale up to a flat back, exhale down. Let's hop or walk back into plank. Lower down to chaturanga and up into up dog. Up the toes and come back into downward facing dog. And let's drop down to the knees and push back into child's pose. Stretch it out. So from here we're going to go into a quick flying crow. And this time we're actually just going to fly into it in the interest of staying under 30 minutes. Under 40 minutes. So from here, tuck the toes, pull yourself back into downward facing dog. And let's raise the right leg up. You could stretch here, maybe let's like one over, stretch out. And extend the leg straight out behind you. And exhale, let's do a trial run first. Bring the knee, shift forward, knee to your elbow, extend back. And knee to your elbow, left elbow, find your left hip bone, head comes down, bring it up into plank row. Release, back into down. Let's drop down to hands and knees, round the back all the way up, exhale out, and arch the other way into cow. Back to neutral. Let's try the other side. How do we do with that one? Tuck the toes back into down dog. And left leg reaches up. Maybe leg flaps over. Just kind of rotate that leg around. Stretch out the hip socket. Extend the leg straight out behind you. First, a trial run. Shift forward. Left knee to your left elbow. Step back. And again, left knee to your left elbow. Right elbow finds the right hip bone. That brings it up. Just release. Bring it to all fours. Around the back, all the way up. Arch the back. Get away. And let's tuck the toes. Bring it back into down dog one last time. And hop or walk into a seated position, legs cross-legged in front. Yeah. Let's bring the feet together. And again, I'm going to face you just for a little bit so you can perhaps see better. Bring into butterfly. Grab a hold of both toes. Stretch up. This is Rudy. My yoga cat. And separate the toes, tilt back, stretch out the legs to a big, double big toe hold, straddle. Let's bring the legs in front, coming into boat, and I'm going to turn sideways, so you actually should be sideways on your mat. And you want to be pretty close to the front of your mat too. So first from our boat, stretch it back out. Bend the knees. Now we're going to roll right back into happy baby. So we're just going to round the back, roll down. And knees are apart, feet are apart, into happy baby. From here, maybe rock from side to side, press your back into the mat. Let's come back to center. Let's hold the right knee in, extend the left leg out. Left knee comes in, right leg goes out. Let's drop the right heel down to your mat and leave the left leg bent. Bring the arms out to both sides and bring that left knee all the way off to your right. So kind of a mini spinal twist. Back to center. Change the legs. Right knee in. Let your left foot go down to the mat. Bring the arms out to both sides and bring that right knee off to your left. And back to center. Let's bring both knees all the way in. Wrap your arms underneath or on top of the knees, whichever works best for you. Rock from side to side. Push your back into the mat. And let's let the feet find the ground. Bring your hands alongside you and articulate the spine. And bring the back off the mat. All the way up, push the hips up. Maybe roll your shoulders underneath. Push the hips up a little more. Maybe walk the feet in, find your heels. Push the hips up more. And option for back bend here. Arms come up towards the ceiling. Over right by your ears. Press it up. Stretch out the arms. Stretch out the legs. When you're done, roll down. Tuck the head. Come down onto your back. Flat part of your back. Pull shoulders. Bring your knees into your chest. Come into a tuck. And give yourself a back massage. Release the legs straight up. Get one last big stretch here. Flex the toes, point the toes. Maybe open up the legs. And bring the legs back up and let's lower down. Lower and lower and lower and lower. And then finally all the way down, release the body into the mat. Closing your eyes, letting the body sink in. Releasing, down. Slowing the breath. Slowing the heart rate. Releasing any stress, any anxiety. Releasing, sinking into the mat, relaxing. Listening to sounds around you. Maybe being confronted by your own animals, your own children, coming to see what it is you're up to. But this is important, taking this time for yourself amidst our global pandemic. It's important. When you're ready, let's push it up into an easy seated position, stretching up, rolling the shoulders up and around. And rolling the head around, stretching out the neck. All the way back. All the way back. And very slowly coming back into space wherever you are, your room, your deck, like I am, your backyard, whatever you have, wherever you are. I wish I was with you, but at least I'm in your homes. Someday we'll all be together. Let's come into one big last breath. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. And exhale all the way down to heart center. I need honors that light that's glowing inside of you. Namaste.